and fights for the soul of America.
I'm going to need y'all to explain to me what a positive solution is, because you positive solutions only people have been in charge for a while now, and I'm not seeing too many positive solutions.
Strap in, turn up the volume, and get ready, Jackson, for unfiltered, no sugar added talk radio. It's award-winning podcaster Clay Edwards.
Boom, shakalaka boom. You're tuned in to the free range human show of choice, your daily dose of reality radio. It starts right now. This is the Clay Edwards Show. I am, of course, Clay Edwards, coming at you live here on 103.9 FM WYAB. The 50,000 watt blowtorch, Mississippi's #1 morning talk show. Good times, man. It's a FAFO Friday in here this morning. We got a lot to talk about today. You may be watching us online for the first time. We got the Mazda Jackson live stream going over at Save JXN on YouTube, X, and Rumble. And for the first time since we started streaming this show, we are streaming to our 65,000, 67,000, however many 60-something thousand lovable fans over on Instagram. If you have followed my Instagram comments over the years, you know that that is a very colorful bunch over there with a lot to say. I see them piling in the room here, so we should have our largest viewing audience ever this morning. Should be fun. We'll start streaming to TikTok next week, and we'll stream for about a half a show, and they will kick us off TikTok. We've tried that once before, and it did not go well, but hey, not using it for anything else. We got 100,000 followers over there. We might as well go down in a blaze of glory if we're going to go down, right? So if you want to text the show this morning, the Ellis Autoplex text line is 769-241-1944. 769-241-1944. Let's see here. What else we got? The phone line, if you want to call in this morning, 601-879-0002. Now, the theme of today's show is Release the Aliens. Trump announces that he is going to release all the information that the federal government has on aliens because, well, Obama came out a couple of days ago, last week, something like that, and just straight up admitted that we had aliens. Now, and this podcaster that was doing that was terrible. He didn't have a single follow-up question when the former two-term president of the United States admitted that we had aliens. He's like, on to the next question. But no, run it back. Run it back. You don't have any interest in where those aliens might be. Are they intelligent? How did we find them? Where did we find them? Is it like Transformers? Are they our founders? Is ancient alien theory true? None of that. You didn't have a single follow-up question. These Democrat podcasters, I tell you. Now, if that had been President Trump and one of these liberal nut jobs interviewing him, so do you think that did aliens help you steal the 2016 election? Was it really alien foreign influence in our elections and not Russian foreign influence in our elections? Were the aliens in the room when you peed on the women? All lies, of course, but I mean, that's how liberal journalism is. Are the aliens Nazis? But before we get to that, we got a little FAFO Grand Championship to give away this morning, because sometimes karma is oh so sweet. Oh so sweet. Now, I got to start this by saying innocent till proven guilty. Everybody's innocent till proven guilty. But it ain't looking very good for this fella. If you're watching over on any of our live streams this morning, hit the share button, hit the like button. It's much appreciated. Shout out to the haters over on Instagram. Love y'all still. Welcome to the show for the first time. If you're watching over on our YouTube or any of that regular stuff, good morning to you guys over there. Well, kind of a low number over there this morning. Only got one comment so far. I wonder if something's wrong. Anyway, we'll figure it out. With that being said, I rarely check my DMs on the big Clay Edwards page, the one that used to be Save Jackson. I rarely check them because, frankly, it's just a lot of trash in there, a lot of threats, a lot of negativity. And, I can ignore negativity. I'm pretty good at it. but I have to ignore it. I can't go see it because I'm petty. I'll get sucked right into arguing with a nobody. But I happened to open my messages yesterday because it seemed I saw you have a message from, and I'm like, oh, I think this is a normal person. Let me see what they have to say. Well, they sent me some screenshots of somebody, and then they sent me their mugshot. So we're going to start with their screenshot here. I'm going to pull it up on the screen because that's what you do with screenshots. I'm not going to say the guy's name on the radio, but if you're watching online, you see the screenshot. His name is Jeremy. We'll just say that. And you can go over to any of my social media platforms, Instagram, X, Facebook, @SaveJXN if you want to see these images and his name for yourself. But again, innocent until proven guilty. So he made a post on the 18th of this month, 2 days ago. He also got arrested 2 days ago, so keep that in mind. That's going to be important to follow along with here. Jeremy shared a post from the Midas Touch, and it says, news, not a single Republican showed up for the deposition of named Epstein co-conspirator Lex Wessner. And by the way, I would love to play that video of Lex Wessner's attorney whispering in his ear after he said that Epstein worked for the Rothschilds, Jeff Bezos, and the owners of Google. He says, if you say another word, I'll effing kill you. So Lex Wessner is a very, very, very powerful person. Anyway, Jeremy shared this, and he has a lot more stuff like this on his page. Y'all can go find it if you want to go down that rabbit hole. His whole page is this stuff. He said, at this point, anyone that votes Republican will be considered a pedo. So let me say that one more time. Jeremy shares a post that says at this point, and Jeremy's a white guy. I want to make sure I put that out there. He lives in Jackson. Democrat, white liberal, lives in Jackson, calling all Republicans pedophiles. Well. I haven't done the old double tap in a while. I should have brought the belt with me this morning. We got us a brand new effed around and found out grand champion here on a FAFO Friday on the Clay Edwards Show. Let's pull up the mugshot, shall we? Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Jeremy here got arrested 2 days ago, presumably right after he made that post, calling all Republicans pedos. What did Jeremy get arrested for? I'm glad you asked. How about statutory rape of a minor under 17 years old? Every single time. Not some of the time, not a little bit of the time, every single time. Now, every Democrat that screams Republicans are all pedos aren't pedos. But every pedo that screams Republicans are all pedos is a pedo. You got it? It ain't all of them, but it's them every time. Does that make sense? So old Jeremy here, white boy, bald hair, bald head, glasses. And look, he's sitting out in Hinds County. He got arrested by JPD for being a alleged pedo. You can't make this up. You can't make it up. His whole Facebook profile is attacking Christians, attacking Trump. Oh, even better. Even better. His banner photo, his header photo on Facebook is him. It's not him, but it says F Donald Trump or F Trump. It's glorious. It is absolutely glorious. Every single time. That's why I'm not biting into this Democrats really being concerned about this Epstein stuff. This guy has been crying on his Facebook about Trump being a pedo for months. I mean, you just dig down and see it all. And the whole time, He's the pedo, allegedly, of course. I'm just going to go out on a limb here. I don't know, but I bet it ain't his first rodeo. When you're doing that much deflecting, it ain't your first rodeo, Hoss. It is not your first rodeo. The Ellis Autoplex text line, 769-241-1944. The phone line this morning, if you want to call in, 601-879-0002. Of course, you can comment on any of the live streams this morning. Let's see here. What are we saying over on the Mazda of Jackson live stream? Let's see. Yep. YouTube, everything's working, which is y'all were just a little slow getting started this morning. Let's see here. Chris, watching on YouTube, says, "Good morning, Clay. How are you doing on this blessed morning? Always good to see you, and dang sure good to hear you, big brother. Hey, man, do you have any update or opinions on the Biocrete project? Is that the deal at the Metro Center? Is that the Biocrete? That sounds familiar. If it's the thing at the Metro Center, I have zero faith in that being real. I know they are doing some building down there. I don't know. I have zero faith of anything they ever announced at the Metro Center being real until it's actually up and running, functional, and working. But hey, we're always pull for it. We always pull for these things to be real and the people of Jackson to be able to find some decent jobs. Because if the people of Jackson can find some decent jobs in Jackson, well, that just means they'll stay their butts in Jackson and work instead of robbing, stealing, killing, drug dealing, and all of that good stuff. I saw a story, speaking of that real quick. Y'all know my feelings on Jacksonians and gas stations. Gas stations are like holy ground for Jacksonians. It's really weird. And I don't mean like just your regular gas station. I mean like the worst of the worst, the ones in the middle of the worst parts of Jackson. I mean, these are like sacred ground. It's a religious experience for them. It's the Temple of the Mound. It's the Vatican. It's Jerusalem. These are holy places for these people. And if you'll ever go, if you're just really, really bored and you see like some thug commenting really hateful things under my post, especially on Instagram at SaveJXN, if you'll go click on their profiles and look at their pictures, they all have photo shoots inside the gas stations, like in front of the coolers, wearing all their ridiculous Starburst colored looking clothing and whatnot. So this guy in Jackson the other day, he gets shot and he doesn't drive himself to a hospital. He doesn't drive himself to a police department or even an MEA or anything like that. He drives himself to a Jackson gas station. I was like, he must have known he was going to die, and he wanted to die at the same place that he got his 40 ounces from. Or maybe he had a brother or a friend that got killed there in a shootout, and he wanted to go at the same place that his homie went at. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like there's this strange connection with Jacksonians and gas stations. I guess it's just because so many of them get killed at them that it's just holy ground. That's the best I can come up with. If y'all got a better answer to that, let me know this morning. I am very interested. All right, let's take our first break here on the Clay Edwards Show this morning. Again, if you're watching on the Mazda Jackson live stream, wherever you're watching, hit the like button. Let's see how many likes we can get on the YouTube algorithm this morning. Hit the share button if you're watching over there on the gram or anywhere else. Retweet it on X. Any of those plays that retweet it. Yeah, retweet it. That's the proper way to say it. All right, we'll be right back. Y'all don't go anywhere this morning. This is the Clay Edwards Show here for 2 full hours. When we come back, release the aliens. Donald Trump. It's going to be a good, fun show this morning. Coming up top at the 8 o'clock hour, State Rep Fred Shanks will be on the phone with me discussing all the stuff going on at the Capitol and what are they doing to get the liquor distribution situation fixed out there in Canton at the ABC warehouse. We'll be right back here on the number one morning show in Central Mississippi, or the state of Mississippi. If you're number one in Jackson, you're number one everywhere. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repaired? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Hey, business owners, want your phones to ring away. Get your name on the airwaves with Clay Edwards Show today. Tell the town who you are while they're driving in their cars. If you want your business to grow, advertise on the Clay Edwards Show. Contact info at WIAB.com. Contact info at WIAB.com.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Get ready, Jackson, for 2 big nights at Martin's Downtown. Mustache the Band is bringing the party as the official Dixie National Rodeo After Show on Friday, February 20th and Saturday, February 21st. It's a 90s country party with high-energy live music and a crowd that's ready to have a good time. Links for tickets are on the Martin's Downtown Facebook page. Don't miss Mustache the Band live at Martin's Downtown, February 20th and 21st.
Since 2012, Brentech Solutions has been keeping Central Mississippi businesses connected and protected. From secure data backup and cloud services with Synology to reliable network design and maintenance, servers, and business Wi-Fi, Brentech truly does it all. Brentech is your Ring Pro partner and smart home automation solutions provider. Brentech can handle Microsoft 365 support and even Starlink. Visit brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. IT solutions that work.
Hey, Rankin County, swing by the locally owned and award-winning 042 Wine and Spirits on Highway 80 next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon today. We've got one of the largest selections around with over 200 bourbons and whiskeys to ignite your taste buds, more than 50 vodkas, 50-plus tequilas, 30-plus rums, and ready-to-drink cocktails, as well as premium scotches. And get this, we've got over 400 wines in stock for the perfect pairing anytime. Discover your new favorites today at 042 Wine and Spirits right next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon.
When second's making a play, short's got it covered.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Come see me, Jamie Creel, at Shelter Insurance and see why Forbes has rated us #1 in the world.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show here on WYAB 103.9. Now, let me say it over. Let me say it right. 103.9 WYAB. There's no point in it. Not when you say it on the RADIO. Get my camera right there. Hope everybody's having a good morning. We're back live here in the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This segment going to be brought to you by our friends over at Ellis Autoplex. If you're out car shopping this weekend, get out to Highway 471 in Flowood, Mississippi, and check out Little Truck City. Huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, but especially a large selection of four-door, four-wheel drive trucks. You in the market for a used F-150, jacked up, big tires? They're probably your place. I'm not sure about the jacked up thing. They may or may not have anything when he lifts out there right now, but they ain't above it. But get over there and check them out, man. Casey's so good at buying those F-150s, whether it's the EcoBoost, the 5.0s, the F-250s. He knows which ones sell. He knows everybody's favorite trim level combinations. He knows you guys like the center console shifters, that 801A package. That's what I got in my F-150. I love that center console. I love that center console shifter. But hey, some people like the bench seat with the column shifter because they need the extra seats. He keeps those around sometimes too. So check them out online, ellisautoplex.com. Follow them on Facebook for all their inventory as well. They post everything there. Every picture that's on the website gets posted on the Facebook. So if you don't want to go to the website, you can do all the same shopping right there on Facebook. Just type in Ellis Autoplex. That's all you got to do. And of course, if you need to sell your vehicle, they'll write you a check for it today. Swing by, make an offer. Swing by, let them make an offer on it. It's gonna be a fair market value offer. He ain't trying to shortcut you, cut you short. None of that. He knows that you know what you got. So swing by, see Casey today. Let him put a number on it and let him sell you a vehicle. Ellis Autoplex. All right. Are y'all ready? Well, let's take a call here real quick this morning. Hey, you're on there.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, look, brother, I just a quick little public announcement. Just crossed the river leaving out of Vicksburg and looked up at Old Glory there over on the old railroad track bridge, and Old Glory's looking rough over there. Somebody needs to get that handled.
Flag, you said?
Yes, sir.
Where at exactly?
On the old railroad bridge, between Vicksburg and Louisiana.
Oh, okay. Is it on the Mississippi side or the Louisiana side?
No, I'm not sure. I thought about that. As I called him, like maybe it'll get to somebody, get something done about it.
Yeah, I know we got a lot of folks over there between Delta and here. I see if we can't find out who's responsible for that, man. I appreciate the heads up. They were all messed up in Jackson 2 years ago, right there in front of Thalia Hall. There was a city flag, the state flag, and the American flag.
Yeah.
Looked like they had survived the Civil War. I snapped a picture of it, posted it on Facebook, and it's stuff like this. You can't even fix the flags. None of the red lights downtown were working at that time. I was like, does this administration? I knew the answer. I was like, does this administration care? Lumumba can't fix the flags. Like, nobody's paying attention to the little things, so I know they're not paying attention to the big things. And it's funny.
That's where you got to start, brother.
So what they did was they sent somebody over there that day and replaced the flags after I put them on blast. And then they denied that my post was real and said I photoshopped it, and the flags were never tattered. I was like, man, y'all are crazy as hell. Good. They're going to enjoy jail. Appreciate the call this morning, brother.
Exactly right, brother. Hey, man, keep up the good work, dude. Enjoy it.
Thanks, brother. Have a good weekend. Drink a cold beer for me. I'm going to drink a few for me too, but a couple extra won't hurt either. Let's see here. If you want to call in, 601-879-0002. Just don't cuss. That's all I ask. Let's see. Let's check before we jump into the aliens, I just want to check the comments over here on the live stream this morning. Let's see here. Michael says, good morning, Dixieland and Clay fam. Chris says, over on YouTube, says, yes, sir, the Biocrete project. Just wanted some big brother advice before I went through with this thing. Man, my spidey senses, I did a whole video about it when they did an announcement. You can go find it on my YouTube. It's the most recent video about the Metro Center, so about a month or so ago, 2 months ago. My spidey senses say I would be very careful. Be very, very careful. I definitely wouldn't give them any money if you're looking at loan on the money or anything like that. So be very, very careful. All right. Release the aliens. Let me pull this up. Here we go. Donald Trump put this out on Truth Social last night, and the internet broke. Literally broke. Let's see here. All right, caller, stay on hold. We'll come to you after I read this. Donald Trump says, based on the tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War, that's Pete Hegseth, and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomenons, UAP, and unidentified flying objects, UFOs, and any and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America. Donald J. Trump. What do y'all think? Now, I got a lot of tweets that I have found saved over here on my bookmarks that we're going to get to. I want to play the video of Trump accusing Obama of sharing classified information. And there's a great little 30-second, 40-second clip with Peter Ducey and Trump on Air Force One we're going to play. But on the Ellis Autoplex text line, 769-241-1944. On the Mazda Jackson live stream, wherever you're at this morning. Are you watching on Instagram? Are you on YouTube, X, Rumble? Well, Rumble rants do not come through the mainstream. You have to text me if you want to comment on Rumble. You have to text the text line. Do you believe in aliens at the end of the day? Now we're gonna go over some posts that try to explain how they can't be real and all of that. And we're going to go over some to say how they can be real. And y'all know me. I 100% believe in aliens. It's not that I don't believe in like little green men, any of that stuff. I don't believe in the Hollywood version of aliens. But I do believe in some of the Hollywood stories about how aliens could have got here or how they could be here. Because, if you watch Hollywood long enough, and I'm talking about movies, they do these little soft reveals about things they know about the future. And I don't believe that's an accident. It's happened too many times. Now, I know you'll say, man, you can make up enough crazy stuff that eventually some things start coming true. The movie 1984. Wow, we're living that now. And we have been since 2020, definitely since 2020. You could really go further back to post 9/11. Terminator, Skynet. We didn't even know what AI was. We had no clue that we would get to a point. And we're only keep this in mind on this AI stuff, these little personal chat bots. See, our little chat GPTs and our Groks and our Geminis and these little chat bots that we're using to make us smarter, which are really making us dumber. See, when you don't have to know anything because in your hand, you know everything, you don't have to know anything. And I used to be one of these people who thought to himself, well, I'll never have to learn that. I don't need to know this math. Math is racisms. I don't need to know this racist math. I'll have a calculator in my pocket at some point in time. And my teacher was always like, you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket everywhere you go. Well, I won't be. If I need, let's pre-cell phone. Let's move the cell phone back. Let's go back to 1989 and have this argument real quick about not having a calculator everywhere you go. If I need to do the kind of math that requires a calculator, I'm probably not going to be somewhere doing the kind of math that requires a calculator where I don't have a calculator with me. And they did have pocket calculators in the 80s, by the way. I had one in school, So anyhow, my point being, what was my point? I completely lost my train of thought there. Talking about aliens, cell phones in pocket. Oh, yeah. Now that we know everything, I still don't remember where I was going with that, so I'm just going to abandon ship there. I believe aliens are real. I believe Hollywood has it right. Oh, AI. That's it. Sorry, AI. Hey, it happens every now and then to the best of us. Brain farts. They happen. If you're new here, welcome to the show. Brain farts happen. So these AI chatbots and Terminator. We're only about 3 years into these AI chatbots. That's just like the retail. That's just retail AI. Do you think they're building all these massive data centers so you can have a little AI chatbot in your pocket at all times on your phone so you can be a little smarter on demand? Do you think that's why they're building all these data centers? You're bat crap crazy, and I got some oceanfront property in Jackson, Mississippi to sell you if you think that's why they're building all these data centers. No. You know that meme? It's been floating around for years, and it shows an iceberg. And it shows what you see of an iceberg above the water, and then it shows how big an iceberg actually is below the water. And that's what I think about when I think about this AI stuff. These little retail chatbots, these little apps on our phone, that's just the top of the iceberg. What AI is really for is below the ocean, the top of the ocean, the water. That's what AI is really for, and that is we don't know yet. That's the thing, right? We really don't know. But I think we all have theories, and I don't know that any of them are good. But Elon did come out the other day and say that with the progression of AI, it should just, because it finds a way to make money that you didn't even know you can make money. Things human brains can't think of. That we should all not have to work. We shouldn't need retirements because AI should make all the money for us. Hey, you know what? Sign me up for that. All right, look, let's take a break real quick, come back, and let's start peeling this alien thing back. Well, that was my question today. Do you believe in aliens in some form, fashion, or another? And I know that there's a lot of Christians out there. I'm a Christian, but I also believe in aliens. That one of the things they've always said is the government could never tell us aliens exist because it would upend everything we know about religion. Why? Why would it upend everything we know about religion? I'm still believe in God. Even if you told me that humans were created by aliens, that we are the aliens and crash landed here, the whole ancient alien theory, I would still believe in God. Or wouldn't that just make us fallen angels? Let's take a break real quick. We'll be right back here on the Clay Edwards Show, 103.9 WYAB.
.1039 WYAB.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB. Pocahontas, Jackson.
The new year is off to a fast start, but you can't keep up if your vehicle is sidelined. Get to Mazda of Jackson and take advantage of these super deals before time runs out. Get 1.9% financing for 63 months on all 2025 Mazda CX-5s and 2026 CX-90s, CX-50s, and Mazda 3s with approved credits and get 1-year maintenance included in your new vehicle purchase. Don't wait another minute to experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability online at MazdaofJackson.com or visit I-55 Frontage Road.
When leaks, clogs, or cold showers slow you down, call on Anglin Plumbing, the plumbing experts who get the job done right the first time. Leaky faucet, sink, or toilet? Need a water heater installed? Call on Anglin Plumbing. You can always trust Anglin's reliable and hardworking technicians. Don't let plumbing headaches ruin your day. Call on Anglin Plumbing Service to get it fixed. And you can be a part of the team. Anglin Plumbing is now hiring. Learn more about Anglin Plumbing at anglinplumbing.com.
Looking for adventure, amazing food, and a little relaxation all in one place? You'll find it at Cypress Point Resort in Brandon. Load up the family and experience a real drive-through safari, petting zoo, and thrilling guided Jeep tours. Then slow it down with mouth-watering steaks at the steakhouse or grab drinks and live music at the tavern. Planning a wedding or reunion? Cypress Point Resort has beautiful venues and cozy lodging. Ready for your big day or just a weekend escape? It's everything you love about the outdoors with a touch of luxury. Cypress Point Resort. Wild fun right around the corner.
Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness of Mississippi. At Women's Wellness of Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness of Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
Men, let's talk about low testosterone. Do you suffer from any of these symptoms? Low sex drive, ED. Are you always tired, depressed? You have loss of muscle mass? You're obese? Maybe you have loss of focus and drive? Then you, my friends, may suffer from low testosterone. Let my buddies over at Men's Health in Mississippi, located right there in Madison, check your numbers today. Trust me, she'll thank you for it. I promise. Check them out online at menshealthms.com. That's menshealthms.com. Men's Health Mississippi.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Are you craving a home-cooked meal without the hassle? Come over to McBee's Bar and Grill in Ridgeland for their Blue Plate lunch specials. Served up every weekday, at McBee's it's a different entree every day. Chicken spaghetti on Mondays, beef tip Tuesday, pork chop Wednesday, spaghetti Thursday, and catfish Fridays. And McBee's Blue Plate lunch comes with 2 classic southern sides and cornbread or a roll. McBee's specials are served every weekday from 11 to 2. McBee's, buzzing the res since 1982.
Your pool should be something you enjoy, not something you fight with. Hi, I'm Darren with Elite Pools. At Elite Pools, we do more than just service. We take care of everything your pool needs, from your routine maintenance to your full repairs, upgrades, and even complete transformations. If your pool needs a little attention or a fresh start, then Elite Pools can bring it back to life. Visit Elite Pools online at elitepoolsms.com. That's elitepoolsms.com. Or give us a call. At Elite Pools, we keep you swimming.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studio. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. Hey, real quick, tonight and tomorrow night, Martin's downtown. We've been talking about it all week. It is the Dixie National Rodeo official after party all weekend long. You got my favorite 90s country cover band, frankly, the 90s country cover band, Mustache the Band. When the rodeo ends, the party begins. If you're going to the Dixie Nationals tonight or tomorrow night, when you leave, just mosey right on over to Commerce Street. You know where it is. You know where Martin's is. I ain't got to tell you. If you don't, put it in the old Google there, and it'll drive you right there. From the Coliseum, you're literally a half mile away at the most. And that's the way, that's if you got to drive around, not the way the crow flies. Quarter mile at the most. Anyhow, Martin's going to be a heck of a party. I'm sure the band will probably crank it up around 10 o'clock. 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. When the rodeo's over, give everybody time to get in there. The guys in Mustache can play all night long. They're going to play all your favorite 90s country hits. It's going to be a heck of a party all weekend at Martin's. If you're looking for somewhere to eat today, consider Martin's as well. Livingston up here in Madison County, or, of course, downtown Jackson. The plate lunch special of the day is their award-winning fried chicken. And, man, get that and some of their mashed potatoes. Or one of my favorites is their hash brown casserole. It is so good. Not a whole lot of places have hash brown casserole as a side. Martin's does. And, of course, the full menu is available. Country fried steak, hamburger steak, steak bites, the club sandwich, the fried catfish. I could go on and on and on. Check them out online, Martin's Downtown, jxn.com. All right, let's get this video played here by let's take a call real quick. Somebody set on hold for the whole break there. Hey, I apologize leaving you on hold. You're on there.
It's okay, Clay. How's it going, brother?
Good, brother. How about yourself?
No, doing good. Just getting off work a little late in this parking lot of Buckshot heading towards Jackson.
I got you. What you got for us this morning?
Your question was believing in the alien stuff. I believe in angels, demons. I don't like you said so much believe in probably a spaceship come down and beam you up, but there probably is, a lot of stuff out there we don't know about. But I'll let you go ahead and play your video and stuff. I just wanted to say good morning. Hope you have a good day.
Hey, I appreciate it, brother. Take it easy. Thanks for the pictures.
All right, brother. Main thing I told you about. Did you see the Sean Tyndall post about the pursuit policy thing?
No, I hadn't. But I tell you what, holler back at me about that. I'm gonna stay on topic right now, but shoot me that info. Appreciate it, brother. All right, let's play this video here. This is Donald Trump with Peter Ducey there on Air Force One discussing this whole alien stuff.
Something that got a lot of attention this week. Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
So aliens are real?
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
The president can declassify anything that he wants to,
Well,
so if
maybe
you
I'll
want to
get
make
him out
an
of trouble.
announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
We know illegal aliens are real.
Yeah, illegal. Only illegals.
Only illegals. So look, Trump didn't deny it, did he? And it was right after this he decided he's gonna declassify. I guess that's what it's saying when they release the info. They're gonna declassify it. We are living in, on the intro to my show, it says, I have this quote in there. I said, they say that may the times you live in be interesting. Well, we've accomplished that. That's the quote. And that was all the way back to 2020 when that intro was done. I mean, that line came from one of my podcasts, not even this radio show. That's how long that intro has existed. or the clips from it anyway. May the times you live in be interesting. We have, in fact, accomplished that. Let's take a call here real quick before we go any further. Hey, you're on there.
Hey, Clay, it's your crazy boy here in Brandon. I have another good, real story for you related to the UFO file. A customer of mine lived in Castle Woods 8 years ago, worked for him. He's high up in the government. He's higher than 007 would have been. He worked the entire year. He was only off 2 weeks a year. The government, does secret operations all over. Go stay in a Dubai hotel a year straight, not even leave a room, that kind of stuff, right? Very deep, secretive stuff. So I was working with him. First time I ever met him, he was on 2 weeks. I was remodeling his house. His wife was there. I ain't going to throw their names out there, but they're on my Facebook. And he come running upstairs and said, I got to tell y'all something. Me and his wife at the exact same time. And he is an Air Force pilot. He was the first pilot to ever fly the Harrier aircraft, the one that would just take straight up and then go off. He was the first pilot ever. You may find his name on that. Long story short, he run upstairs and says, "You're never going to guess what happened. It's happened. I can't tell you where, but at a friendly air base in Europe, a UFO just landed on the tarmac right in front of us, just like in a movie. And his friends, it was two of his ex-pilot friends and a bunch of other people and some flight instructors out there under a tent, and this UFO lands right in front of them, okay? The MPs locked and loaded around it, trying to talk with it. And they said about 30 minutes after it landed, a ladder came down and two humans crawled out with French Air Force patches on their shoulder. French Air Force was flying this thing. They pushed it in a hangar. Under cover of darkness, they fixed it and flew it out that night, right? But that actually 100% happened, and humans have them. Now, I don't know where they got the technology, but all these, I see them in Brandon. Me and my son 3 years ago watched 5 UFOs flying over in Brandon, coming in out of a spot in the sky. Way up in the sky, we had witnesses. They're around. Now, whether I can get deeper where they actually come from, because I've studied this all my life, but I'm not going to tear this radio station up some more. But I'm here to tell you, humans in our militaries do have these things and are flying them around. Don't forget that. I'm out, Clay.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I've heard that story. That story is actually on a lot of those alien file things. I want to read a text here real quick because I want to tell somebody to kiss my ass loud and clearly. On the Ellis Autoplex text line, Jace says, stop calling yourself a Christian. A Christian does not willingly sin. You're just a believer. You can't have it both ways. Sorry. You can't. He said, you're the type that give true Christians a bad name. All sinners are not Christians. Sad but true. Well, to that, just loud and clearly here, Jace, this morning, kiss my ass. I am a Christian, and we all sin. So there's that. There's that. I'm sure your text was a sin, and you willingly sent that. So let's unpack this alien stuff a little bit more. We got about 3 or 4 minutes here for our next break. I got so much here. I want to get to the view later too. We got Fred Shanks coming up at the top of the hour, but we're going to circle back to this topic after we talk to Fred. All right, so this guy here, Justin Peters, and I'm not going to pull it up on the screen, but I'm just going to read it to y'all, and I'll drop the link to this tweet in the live comments here. Let me do that real quick. Drop the link for y'all to go back and, because y'all need to enjoy the comments from this fella, or the comments under his post. All right, there we go. Y'all can go check this out on your own, but I'm going to read the post here. It says, there are no aliens. Even if there were, and there aren't, they would have no way of getting here. The distances are simply too vast, far, far too vast. The nearest star outside of our own sun is 4.2 light years away. No aliens, no matter how clever, will ever be able to travel anywhere near the speed of light. The laws of physics prevent it. To accelerate any mass at all, even a pebble, to anything approaching even 1/3 the speed of light would take an incomprehensibly, or not a, it would take incomprehensibility, vast amounts of energy. You need a lot of spaceship, and I mean huge, to hold that much energy. So now you got a heck of a lot more than a pebble to move. Your energy problem just got infinitely worse. I love big words. Then he says, it's impossible, folks. ET ain't out there, and even if he was, he ain't dropping by for a visit. Well. we have some doubts on that. One fella says, Justin thinks aliens can't exist because things in space are so far away from each other that the aliens couldn't make a boom boom rocket fast enough. Justin is unaware of the space-time metric engineering or traversable Einstein-Rosen bridges. Duh. Who doesn't know about traversable Einstein-Rosen bridges? Everybody knows about those. And then here's a headline from the New York Times, dated December 8th, 1903. Man won't fly for 1,000,000 years. To build a flying machine, one would require the combined and continuous efforts of mathematicians and mechanics for 1 to 10 million years. Let's ask Grok a quick question as we go to break. What year did we invent airplanes? Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. I know it wasn't 1,000,000. I know it didn't take 1,000,000 years. That I know. Let's see here. Come on, Grok. It's a simple question. You don't have to scour the entire internet. Oh, we invented flight the same year, 1903. Not 1,000,000 years later. Actually, 9 days later, December 17th, 1903. When the New York Times wrote on December 8th, 1903, that it would take 1 to 10 million years. Let's take a break real quick. We'll be right back on the Clay Edwards Show.
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
Since 2012, Brentech Solutions has been keeping Central Mississippi businesses connected and protected. From secure data backup and cloud services with Synology to reliable network design and maintenance, servers, and business Wi-Fi, Brentech truly does it all. Brentech is your Ring Pro partner and smart home automation solutions provider. Brentech can handle Microsoft 365 support and even Starlink. Visit brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. IT solutions that work.
I'm speaking with Lee Bounds of Rapid Rate Mortgage. How does real estate agent Rita Jensen succeed when time is of the essence?
In today's market, it is so important to communicate and close on time. Typically have 30 days to close, get a home inspection, appraisal, title work, that kind of thing is a mortgage process. And a realtor relationship is so important. With a realtor like Rita Jensen with Remax Connection, she helps us to close on time.
RitaJensen.net.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Have you been injured through no fault of your own? Do you know your rights? Don Evans does. Do you really believe that the insurance company would disclose all information to you? Don Evans will make sure that you are fully informed. It costs nothing to discuss your case. From car wrecks to malpractice, Don Evans will make you and your family whole again. Don Evans won't ever charge unless he collects for you. Call Don for a free, no-obligation consultation at 601-969-2006.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repaired? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Pops Auto Sales on Highway 49 in Florence is where you come to buy quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, priced to fit your budget. Stop by Pops Auto Sales today, where fair prices and superior service leads to satisfied repeat buyers. Or go to popsautosales.llc.com and browse our inventory and get pre-approved for zero-down financing with approved credit, with service contracts and warranties available. And guys, our truck inventory is one of the largest for any independent dealer, period. Pops Auto Sales, Highway 49 in Florence. The Tri-County Academy Rebel success in the classroom and on the athletic stage begins with the Tri-County Academy Booster Club. Join the team and be a Rebel by getting involved and volunteering as a booster. Your involvement is the generator for fundraisers, facility upgrades, equipment, uniforms, and all other needs. Tri-County Athletics thrives in part because of our TCA boosters. Join today by calling the TCA main office at 601-879-8517 and help the Rebels continue the championship tradition.
Social Security belongs to you. You work hard and pay into it. So it's only fair for you to expect to get the money you've earned to help cover living expenses and bills, and not for politicians to use as a piggy bank. That's why AARP is fighting to protect your Social Security so you get what you've earned. Learn more at aarp.org/youearnedit. That's aarp.org/youearnedit. Paid for by AARP.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. Well, we don't have it about 30 seconds. I would take this call, but never in the history ever has a caller finished what they had to say in 30 seconds or less. Call back here later in the show. I do apologize for leaving you on hold just to tell you that I can't take your call. Hey, coming up here at the top of the next hour, we got State Rep Fred Shanks going to call in. We'll get Fred's thoughts on aliens. Does he think the aliens can help us get the liquor log jam out at the ABC warehouse unclogged and everything else going on under the dome this week down at the Capitol? And then we'll pick back up on the alien talk and The View, the ladies on The View, all that crap they talked about Donald Trump on the Epstein list. And who else ended up on the Epstein list? But the ladies in The View. You can't make it up. I'll be right back, guys. Y'all don't go anywhere. Hit the like button, hit the share button.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB, Pocahontas, Jackson.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Pfizer.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin at the White House, where President Trump and his team are keeping a close eye on nuclear talks with Iran.
We're going to make a deal, or we're going to get a deal one way or the other.
He says he'll decide on military strikes in the next week and a half or two. CBS News Face the Nation's Margaret Brennan.
A senior regional official told me the U.S. is being urged not to attempt regime change, but rather to change the regime's behavior through this diplomacy. So there are 40,000 American personnel in the Middle East, and the president is weighing the risk of a regional war along with whether Americans would support even a very limited military action.
New numbers from the Commerce Department show U.S. economic growth slowed down in the fourth quarter. The GDP, output of goods and services, increased at an annual rate of 1.4%. That's significantly less than analysts expected. President Trump blames last fall's record-long government shutdown. He says it stalled the numbers by at least 2%. Consumer spending was also down. Now to the UK for an update on a former prince.
As far as we know, since being released from police custody last night, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor remains holed up in his new temporary quarters on the King's private estate in Sandringham, Eastern England, to the displeasure of his new neighbours.
I heard it on the news. I was like, oh my God, he's been arrested. You know, good, he needs to be taken into account.
Why is he different to anybody else?
We don't want him round here. British police, meanwhile, continue to search Andrew's former home, a mansion on the grounds of Windsor Castle. Andrew may be free, but he remains under investigation for suspected misconduct in public office. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Tornadoes that touched down overnight spawned funnel clouds and lots of damage in the Midwest. Brannigan-Rahill held on tight in a Walmart parking lot in Bloomington, Indiana.
And it was pretty scary, especially with the blowing and it tossing the car back and forth.
They could be measuring snow in feet if a winter storm materializes from the mid-Atlantic to the Northeast this weekend. Actor Eric Dane has died on the 20th anniversary of his first appearance on the show that made him a star, Grey's Anatomy. He'd been public about his battle with Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS. Eric Dane was 53. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder.
People who are diagnosed with ALS are usually between the ages of 60 and 80, so Eric Dane was actually pretty young to have this. Men do seem to be diagnosed more frequently, and some of the risk factors, well, smoking's a risk factor for everything. Exposures to solvents, heavy metals.
Dane had already filmed the upcoming third season of Euphoria before he died. This is CBS News.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-265-7681. 800-265-7681. You have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. 800-265-7681.
News and weather brought to you this hour by Flora Animal Hospital, where we treat your pets like our own. Visit our website, floraanimalhospital.com.
A cyber attack puts the brakes on at UMMC. A 20% chance for showers with a high at 74 today. More rain tonight with a low at 61 and a chance for strong to severe storms for parts of Madison County and areas to the north and east.
The first episode will be late Friday night into Saturday morning, where the first front will come down and generally stall across the area.
Mike Edmonston, lead forecaster for the National Weather Service, says a second round of strong storms is possible Saturday afternoon, but mostly for East Mississippi. Saturday's high is 74. Sunday, sunny and 54. With news on 103.9 WYAB, I'm Chris Davis. A crippling cyber attack at the University of Mississippi Medical Center. Dr. Lou Ann Woodward, Vice Chancellor for Health Affairs at UMMC, says the attack has affected medical records and forced the closure of clinics and the cancellation of surgeries and procedures Thursday. She says it's still unclear how long this situation may last. Mississippi's graduation rate for high school is better than the national average, says the Mississippi Department of Education, releasing figures Thursday that shows 9 in 10 students that started high school in 2021 graduated last year. The national average is 86%. The dropout rate in the state is 7%. In the murder of Glendion Blackwell and the shooting of another person at the Grove Apartments on Grove Circle back on the 12th, a second teenager has been arrested, says JPD. That person is 17-year-old Jordan Champion, charged with murder and aggravated assault. A semi-pro baseball league will start this year in Jackson, says businessman Tim Bennett at a Thursday press conference. It's called the Legacy League with 6 teams from the Jackson area. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WYAB. I'm Chris Davis.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind with friends and family? El Patrio Mexican Restaurant is calling your name. With locations in Flowood and Cross Gates, Brandon, El Patrio is the cozy, family-owned gym where great food meets great times. Enjoy El Patrio's signature margaritas and happy hour specials that keep their customers coming back for more. Indulge in their authentic Mexican dishes prepared with love and served in a warm, family-friendly atmosphere. Come to El Patrio and taste the traditions. El Patrio, where family, flavor, and fun come together.
For over 15 years, A1 Gear and Auto has been your hometown specialist for your auto repair and maintenance needs. From brake repair to placement to radiators, engines, starters, alternators, heat, and AC water pumps, and more, A1 will get your vehicle back up and running and on the road and in a timely manner. A1 is one of the only shops in the metro that specializes in rear differentials, rear ends, and rings and pinions. Call today to set up an appointment, or if you got questions, at 601-939-1060. A1 Gear and Auto, your hometown vehicle specialist.
Welcome to the Clay Edwards Show. More adrenaline.
You know, it's a pretty interesting time to be alive. What's the saying that made the times you live in be interesting? We have accomplished that.
More testosterone for your morning drive.
But when you know you've got a problem, how about tell people and be honest? What's going on?
Going to war on cancel culture and bringing the spotlight on issues and topics from around the city of Jackson.
I feel like Jackson, Mississippi.
No one else wants to talk about.
The whole system is corrupt and evil. It's unreal, and they don't care, and everybody knows that. It's just sad.
And fights for the soul of America.
I'm going to need y'all to explain to me what a positive solution is, because you positive solutions only people have been in charge for a while now, and I'm not seeing too many positive solutions.
You never met a white light.
Strap in, turn up the volume, and get ready, Jackson, for unfiltered, no sugar added talk radio. It's award-winning podcaster Clay and
Boom goes La Dynamite. It's hour 2 of the most incendiary show on the RADIO. That's 5 letters, 5 fingers. Look, Ma, I can count. This is the Clay Edwards Show. I'm, of course, Clay Edwards, coming at you, LIVE. 5 more letters, 5 more fingers. Inside the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi Studios, getting ready for the alien attack or reveal, whatever you want to call it, here on 103.9 FM WYAB this morning. This segment brought to you by our good friends over at 042 Wine and Spirits. What better way to greet the aliens than with your favorite cocktail? Or what better way to get ready for the aliens than with your favorite cocktail? You can find it all right there at 042 Wine and Spirits, Highway 80, Brandon, Mississippi, right next to Sonny's Barbecue over on the cross gates into Highway 80. Good folks, man. Over 400 different wines to choose from, 200 different bourbons and whiskeys, more than 50 different vodkas, gins, ready-to-drink cocktails, and more. All of it available right there at 042 Wine and Spirits. Great staff, too. Very knowledgeable. They've won Best Liquor Store in Rankin County 2 years in a row on the Red Carpet Awards, or Best of Rankin. I think it's the same thing. Get it? Either way, they've won it 2 years in a row. And you don't win something like that 2 years in a row by happenstance. You earn it. Swing by. Let them earn your business today. 042 Wine and Spirits. And don't forget, in Brandon, the liquor store is closed at 8 o'clock. So you ain't not 9, not 10, 8 o'clock. Get by there early so you don't miss out. 042 Wine and Spirits. I always like to do a Brandon live read as we get ready to go to our state rep from Brandon, Mr. Fred Shanks. Good morning, Fred.
What's going on, Clay?
Man, another day, another dollar, sitting, flying the Impala,
Hey,
you know.
I tell you what, man, my version of the aliens, bring it on, man. I'm ready. I'm ready. I want like a Independence Day kind of thing, you know.
Blow it all up.
In fact, we can go to 042 Wine and Spirits and load up, and instead of having like a hurricane party, man, let's have an alien party. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all in. Just let's get it over with. So what I heard was I won't have to pay any more taxes.
That's right. Yeah. They had me at that. I was already in, but that sweetens the deal.
Yeah. You know, there is actually, all joking aside, the IRS has a plan in place to collect taxes during the apocalypse. That is not a joke. Y'all can Google that. The IRS's apocalypse tax collection.
I'll have to get down that rabbit hole. I'm going to have to get down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, it was on one of those History Channel shows. They were talking about it one time on like the America's Black Book or something like that. You know, remember that show, like America's Black Book, is like the Secrets of America, America's Secrets or whatever. You know, that guy that did that show ended up being a liberal nut job, of course. Man, I liked that show so much until I found out he was a liberal nut job.
Yeah, it probably had a little slant to it, I would imagine.
Oh, well, you know, look, of course, you look back, you know, all that great History Channel stuff came out before Trump, before 2016. Right. The History Channel wasn't doing reality shows. And then post Trump, all those great shows you find out were all done by liberal nut jobs who have full blown TDS now. So,
exactly.
Because they tried to curate, history through their perspective, through their narrative.
Yeah.
So,
man.
Well, Fred, who are we gonna? If the aliens landed in Mississippi and they said, "Take us to your leader," what? who would we take them to? It does not have to be the governor.
Look, we're gonna have to go to Brother Elon on this one. That's where I'm sending them.
Well, no. But I mean, if they want to go to Mississippi's leader, who would we take them to? It does not have to be the governor. You can pick anybody.
Oh man, I hadn't really thought about that. Like who
would be the best representation from Mississippi that wouldn't get us blowed up?
Well, all right, I'll just put. I mean, one of the smartest people I know is Gerard Gibbard, so I would send him to his house.
I like that. I won't argue with that.
Yeah, he can figure it out, man. He can figure it out.
And and just to play devil's advocate here, and I'll say Chris Hinkle.
All right. There we go. Okay.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
That was very deep there. That was nobody else gets that. Outside of about 5 people, but that was funny to me. All right.
Yeah, that's enough.
Fred, we got a catastrophe going on out there at the liquor warehouse in Canton, the ABC distribution center. I know everybody said, "Well, Clay, they're building a new warehouse." Yeah, but they've got people's money. We have a short-term catastrophe as well as a long-term catastrophe. The short-term catastrophe has got to get fixed. And Fred, Sean and I kind of backed into what I think is a pretty good idea for getting this backlog cleared up. It's going to take some help from the legislature. It's going to take a little money, I think, and basically an executive order of sorts. Maybe the governor has to do that. I don't even know. Can Tate do executive orders in Mississippi?
He can, but I mean, that's something that
that's
we
right.
can do in the legislature.
That's right. He did all those during COVID. Never mind. I know he can. Those mandates. So
yeah, he has certain authority to do things in those types of, depending on how dire the situation is. So
that's right. Yeah, he came in and he came in and saved Jackson with the water stuff too. So he can.
Yeah.
So look, if we can save Jackson's water, we can definitely get the liquor distributed in this state. This should not be rocket science here. So what I came up with is you need to get a big staffing agency or something. It's going to take some muscle. Just some bodies that ain't afraid to pick up some boxes. There's a 10 case minimum on deliveries out of the warehouse. So all their orders are at least 10 cases. That's going to be more than most cars than you can fit in most cars. But what I say is you call up a bunch of these gig drivers. When I say gig, I mean like Uber, Lyft, so, that kind of deal. You put out a mass call for these kind of people, and they got to have an SUV or a truck, right?
Right.
And you start loading these orders up, boom, 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 and hot shotting them out, doing hot shot deliveries basically. And just you pay them per mile or something, and I don't know. You figured that part out to make it worth their while to do it, and you get these dang orders. You get this backlog, man. You would have this fixed in a week and a half, 2 weeks at the most. You got a couple hundred drivers running these orders. You got people at the warehouse picking them, boom, 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 boom. And this is fixed short term, but that allows you to get the backlog out and get your new whatever the way you do your orders, your new processing figured out.
Look, I like that idea, and you're right. I mean, if people are kind of new to hearing about this, there's a big problem. We have one ABC center, which is in central Mississippi, and you and I had talked this whole week about it off air, and as to why we don't have 3, one in the north, one central, one on the coast. I don't know, but my opinion, and not just my opinion, I'm on the State Affairs Committee here at the Capitol.
And Fred, let me say this real quick. To that point, the beer distributors we have way more than 3, like Southern Beverage does all the Budweiser. They have a Budweiser distributor in multiple points throughout the state, not just the capital and the 2 further north and further south. They got them in Meridian. They got them in Vicksburg. There's one in Hattiesburg. They're down on the coast. So they're spread out all over the place.
Yeah, and it works.
Yeah.
Because they have it, they got the logistics figured out. But bottom line, and the chairman of State Affairs, Hank Zuber, he agrees as well. the state should not be in the business of running a business, period. I mean, that old, I think Reagan maybe said it, hey, the last words you want to hear, hey, we're the government and we're here to help.
Yeah.
That's true. We don't need to be in that. Temporary, and I like your idea. And we're going to have to do something like that outside the box to get this thing back up and running, because I think there's like a 3-month backlog. And I mean, the mom and pops, and I mean, even the casinos, even the big guys are absolutely struggling right now because, and you touched on this earlier, and you're very accurate on it. But say if somebody orders, 30 cases and they only get 10, well, but they've already paid for 35, all of their profit and then some is tied up in what they haven't even got. They can't even sell to make it. So, and I'm hearing that there is that the conveyor belt system broke. Well, I started doing a little digging into that, and I don't necessarily know that thing broke.
No, they took it apart.
They're saying it has outlived its usefulness. And I don't know if they're just kind of saying that because they want to push this new pallet system that you've already talked about, which does not work.
It does not work for this type delivery.
Say again?
I'm sorry. I was saying, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I was saying the pallet system they're using is like what they use at food delivery places like Quality Foods, Cisco, stuff of that nature, where at least this was 20 years ago or further, 25 years ago. And I worked at one. You still had they printed off your order. You jumped on a pallet and you jumped on a pallet jack. You rode around and the order was built from biggest to smallest package. Well, over there at the warehouse there, you don't buy just one bottle. So everything's a case, but there's still going to be some cases are bigger than others. It's just the way that works out. Every box ain't shaped the same, but anyway, they're doing these orders, but they're not just for one stop. You may have 5 stops on one pallet, and the delivery driver who's used to just rolling off a pallet is and dropping it somewhere or whatever, not rolling off a pallet, but rolling off a dolly. However they start their trucks prior to this, I don't know. I don't want to misspeak here, but now you have a driver who's not a quote unquote like a delivery driver, a full service driver. These are just drivers that they roll in, they drop, somebody checks it in with the liquor store, they roll out. Now this driver is having to get in the back of the truck, bust open the pallet, the saran wrap, pick the orders, and man, I'm telling you, that's why they're backed up. Is because now these drivers who may work. You were asking me like how long is a day for a driver? Because I used to do this at a beer company also, so I've got a lot of insight on this other than having delivered for ABC. Your day lasts as long as it takes you to finish your route. If you're done by 2:00, you're done at 2:00. Now with the way they're making these drivers pick these orders and figure these orders out, they could be getting in at 7, 8 o'clock at night, and probably still with orders they didn't get to deliver because they've said, this ain't what I signed up for.
Well, and you're right. I mean, in the house on the house side, we tried to privatize it. It was 2 years ago, and it just kind of died in the Senate. And then apparently, a company was hired to kind of run it, and has just not been doing a great job. The employees you're exactly right. The employees are very, very unhappy because they're doing jobs they didn't sign up to do, and they're kind of stuck there. And, I really think the thing to do at this point temporarily, and I do like your idea, and I'm going to push that. I'm going to talk to the chairman about it Monday. But, is temporarily just at least open it up to where, liquor stores and casinos can just order directly from the distributor.
Yep.
And, and see, do we need to just keep it that way? Because the thing to do is for the state to get out of the business, turn it over to the entrepreneurs, people like we mentioned, like a Gerard Gibbert, who can troubleshoot it. They're going to figure out how to make money and how to make it work. And that's, in my opinion, that's what we need to do. And we need to do it ASAP. I
agree. And figure it out. Cause then the restaurants and all can get theirs. And the other thing that I say, a lot of people don't know this. Okay. I had somebody text me yesterday that said, Clay, everybody has to get their liquor from the state. Well, yeah, technically, but they actually, if you're ordering 10 cases or less, you can go to a liquor store that does wholesaling like 042 Wine and Spirits, and restaurants and bars can get it from there. Like if they just need a bottle or something, or
Yeah.
a case. You can't just. But what the state should be doing is allowing will calls for less than 10 cases. But they say they don't have the space for that. Whatever. They're going to have to figure this out, because sitting here saying that, well, at the rate we're going right now, it's going to be mid-March and we'll have 50% of this backlog figured out. Well, that is terrible. You're talking about almost a month to get 50% of it figured out. And I'm assuming they're not taking any more orders in the meantime. Well, I mean, what are we doing?
I agree. And that's why I think that we're about to do something drastic, and we need to. And like I said, and just open this thing up until they can kind of get some things figured out. But I mean, some here at the Capitol decided, hey, let's build a new ABC center, and maybe that was a good idea at the time, but as to why we don't already have at minimum 3, I don't know. But we are, and I'll tell you this: like at least on the House side, I'll speak for them, and people on the committee I'm on. They're furious. They're absolutely furious, and we're trying to help. All the liquor stores back in our own communities. We're actively working on it. We're not just twiddling our thumbs, but as to why it got here like it did, I don't have a good answer for. But we are, we are about to make some drastic changes. And you're right, and we do understand, like, this is very serious.
Well, let me say this. Maybe not do the Uber style. I'm sure there's some big hotshot delivery companies out there that have 100 vans. Like these people who are delivering our FedEx orders, those are subcontractors. That's a company that buys that route from FedEx or leases that route from FedEx. There's a lot of people out there it's called the logistics business that the state can get with, that do hotshot deliveries and do all the Amazon. Don't own all the Amazon delivery vehicles. You know what I'm saying? They team up with people, subcontractors, and maybe this company that's currently got a contract with them has the capabilities to do this. I would give them first crack at it, since y'all have a contract. But it may be time to sit here and say, look, we got to blow this thing up. We're going to write you a check for what we owe you on this contract. Sorry, not sorry. And completely reinvent this wheel. Fred, stay on hold. Want to come back to you and hit a couple more things going on down at the Capitol. Before we go, real quick, I got a great text. I don't want to miss this. Concerning the Ellis Autoplex text line concerning who we would take the aliens to if they asked to speak to our leader in Mississippi. It says, when it comes to sending the leader from Mississippi to speak with aliens, if it's anything like the movie Mars Attacks, I would send Benny Thompson. I like it. And if you don't know, the leader dies in that in that encounter.
I just got a text from a friend of ours over at Capitol PD that said, "Stay on topic, get back to the aliens."
Yeah, so. we're going to. We'll be right back with State Rep Fred Shanks here on the Clay Edwards Show.
.1039 WYAB.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repair? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Here at Lakeland Glass and Tint, we've become well known for 2 things: window tint and windshields. Now, when it comes to window tint, you already know that we're the go-to for home, car, and office. And as always, we offer free consultations. So if you're in the need of window tint or windshields, give us a call, 601-946-1000. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram, or at LakelandGlassandTint.com. Lakeland Glass and Tint, where quality matters.
Hey, business owners, want your phones to ring away? Get your name on the airwaves with the Clay Edwards Show today. Tell the town who you are while they're driving in their cars. If you want your business to grow, advertise on the Clay Edwards Show. Contact info at WIAB.com. Contact info WIAB.com.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Get ready, Jackson, for 2 big nights at Martin's Downtown. Mustache the Band is bringing the party as the official Dixie National Rodeo After Show on Friday, February 20th and Saturday, February 21st. It's a 90s country party with high-energy live music and a crowd that's ready to have a good time. Links for tickets are on the Martin's Downtown Facebook page. Don't miss Mustache the Band live at Martin's Downtown, February 20th and 21st.
Looking to make technology work for your business instead of the other way around? Visit brentech.ms today. From reliable network infrastructure and wireless internet to cloud or on-premise backups, Brentech has solutions that keep your business connected, secure, and running smoothly. Don't let tech headaches slow you down. Discover how Brentech can simplify and elevate your business at brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. Brentech, technology made easy.
When Second's making a play, Short's got it covered.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Come see me, Jamie Creel, at Shelter Insurance and see why Forbes has rated us #1 in the world.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. Man, these headphones I wear spin around 360 degrees and do all kind of other crazy stuff. So every time I pick them up to put them back on, they done gone into they're like ready to pack mode. And I'm sitting here trying to untangle the headphones every time. They're great headphones. They're expensive. But man, if you don't take them off and put them right back on the same exact way, you're over here waiting to the last second to throw headphones on. I digress. Hey, real quick, speaking of Brandon, y'all looking for somewhere great to eat this weekend? Get out to El Patrio Mexican Grill and Cantina, located right over there by 042 Wine and Spirits. And of course, there's also a location in Flowood right there at Dogwood. Some of the best authentic Mexican food you're going to get around here. And what I love about El Patrio compared to a lot of the other Mexican joints is this: the bar area and the family dining area are separated. So if you got your kids and stuff in there and you don't want to be around a bunch of loud people hooting and hollering, having a good time, stay in the family area. If you don't want to be around a bunch of screaming kids and birthday parties and all of that stuff, go sit over in the bar area or out on the patio. And you'll never know the other side is there. Either way, everybody's happy. Great food, sizzling fajitas, phenomenal tacos, cold beer, frozen daiquiris, multiple flavors, any other drink you can imagine. They got it all. 042 also. El Patrio Mexican Grill and Cantina, Cross Gates and Dogwood. All right, man, let's go back to the phone line. We got Fred Shanks here on the phone, State Rep, Brandon, Mississippi. Fred, what else is going on down there at the Capitol, man? What's the follow-up on school choice? The House going to try to adjust their bill, maybe kind of come to some kind of compromise with the Senate?
Well, okay, so where we're at, we have passed some deadlines. So where we're at right now is all of the bills that originated in the House have now gone to the Senate, and the Senate's bills have now come to us. So if, let's say, a bill from public health on the House side went to the Senate, it would go to from the House, it would go to the Senate's Public Health Committee, and we'll start having meetings on those for the next week and the week after. So right now on that, this week we did a lot of appropriations bills, and this is where we're funding, all the departments and a lot of the agencies and things like that. Kind of, boring stuff. I did my 100% no vote every year is on PBS propaganda broadcasting, and we almost shut that thing down last year. We almost had the votes to do it, but things like that, new Veterans Affairs, things like that we vote on right now for appropriating them. School choice, it's now nothing at the Capitol, and I've said this a lot on your show, but nothing is ever dead here and the old saying is until it's dead. Things have a way of popping back up, in other bills and other avenues, things like that. But on school choice, I'm not really seeing an avenue for it to rear its head back up right now. I don't.
Good.
There's a couple bills that have some. Now, HB2, the school choice bill, it had some things not really related to school choice. It did have some good programs in it, things like that. I mean, it really did.
The assistant teacher pay raise,
regardless of what side you were on. But will some of those items come back? Possibly.
I was thinking about something on the way in this morning. I was listening to something, and I was listening to Patriot Radio and XM, and they brought up, I don't know what it was. It was just something about the border being open and the optics of ICE going in and getting people, and all the optics of the border being out of control when Biden had it. And just like both sides have kind of messed up the optics of their mission with Biden's open borders. Some people would say that ICE going into communities and plucking people out, the optics are bad of what happened in Minneapolis. I thought the optics are great because it showed everybody just how backcrap crazy the left is when we're trying to get rapists and murderers out of their community. They're like, no, you're not taking our neighbors. But anyway, to some, the optics were bad because, well, they believe the mainstream media. And I got to thinking about something. I'm going to tie this into school choice here. Really, isn't school choice like this public to public aspect? Isn't this the same thing as open borders? I mean, the same people who claim to want the borders closed, that's me, and most conservatives, right, are also not me, but a lot of conservatives here in the state and their think tanks and down at the Capitol claim to want closed borders and a good immigration policy, but they don't want that when it comes to schools. That's weird. That's weird. That's why they want open borders when you go to school wherever you want. Go to school. Borders don't matter. Towns don't matter. None of that. Cultures don't matter. Classes don't matter. Everybody deserves to start on third base. Well, when everybody starts on third base, nobody starts on third base.
Oh, I absolutely. I see your point. And, and this issue has really, and it really is, it's absolutely tearing the GOP apart. I mean, people are siding up. You got people on both sides. There's good people on both sides, and
very
it really
fine people on both sides,
like-minded individuals. Yeah. But it really is. The talk here, at least in the Capitol, is kind of toned down a little bit the past week. You hadn't heard much about it. We kind of moved on to some other things, and we've got a lot of other issues, obviously like ABC, that we need to be dealing with right now and get something done on. And I do think we're going to have a productive session either way. But I mean, that really is that topic has gotten very ugly. It's gotten very political. It's not a partisan issue, but it has been turned into a partisan issue by our side. I hate to say that, but it has. And I don't like it. I didn't do that, but you didn't do that. But I mean, it's turned into a partisan issue.
Did you see where? Hold on, let me pull this text up here real quick. I forgot about this till just now. Did you see where? Oh, dang it! Where is it? Here it is. Gosh, dang, me and Sean text a lot. All right, got it. Where the Daily Beast came out with an article about what's his name? The former gay porn star, the guy.
Corey DeAngelis.
Yeah, so this now, Democrats aren't supposed to be talking bad about the gayses at all. Like that's their people, that's their core. Well, not if they're conservative or fighting for any conservative causes. Then they're like, who's like the most famous traitor of all time?
I'm
drawing a blank.
Benedict Arnold.
Benedict Arnold. Yeah, they're like Benedict Arnold. It's like a black conservative to black Democrats. Benedict Arnold. Anyway, so the Daily Beast came out with this article. It says MAGA architects hire gay porn star for education role. And this is the same guy that these conservative think tanks thought bringing to Mississippi to speak at the Capitol. Tate Reeves and took a picture with him. Super Talks had him all on their radio, pushing the school choice thing. And, look, I'm all for a lot of things, but to sit there and bring in a former gay porn star and to wag your finger at everybody and call anybody else that was against this school choice stuff a racist, a Nazi, co-conspirator with the ACLU and the NAACP and all these things. Did they think that was going to work? Did they think somebody was going to sit back? Well, man, I don't want to be called a racism. I don't want to be called a ACLU sympathizer. Did they think that calling us those things was going to work?
Well, and you got a good point, because as kind of what I was inferring earlier, you bring in this guy who doesn't appear to have any kind of educational background to be the voice of this policy. And it's like they didn't vet him very well. And he's going to attack me because I voted no on school choice and say that I'm not with Trump, whereas I was Trump's chairman in Rankin County, which is just, and then they're attacking me and some of the other people that voted no, and a lot of senators who shut it down too, where this thing's not over. So, and it's people from our own party doing it. And that really pisses me off that we got people from our own party. They're paying this guy.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. So
and, it's really disheartening. Yeah.
He's got a great line. He's got a great line here. Now, and again, this ain't an attack on gay people. This is an attack on people who did a bunch of gay stuff and then try to pretend that they didn't do that. So be you, boo-boo. That's all I'm saying. But look, he's got a great line here when defending what he did. He says, I was lured into it. Look, Sean, Fred, I've been lured into a lot of things. Gay porn ain't one of them. I'm just going to tell you, I've been bamboozled. I've been tricked. I've been part of some shenanigans and hijinks, but I have not been lured. I have not been lured into a circle wank for gay porn. Fred, I think that we can cap it right there, man. You got anything else you want to say?
No, man, we're just still plugging along, and looking forward to coming back on next week, and hopefully we'll have some more follow up on ABC and aliens.
Well, we'll talk later today. Have a good weekend. Thank you as always.
You got it. Talk to you later.
All right, let's take a break real quick. When we come back, we're going back to the aliens, and we're going back to the View, ending up on the Epstein list. Oh, that's right. Now context matters. Now context matters. Context has always mattered, by the way.
.1039 WYAB.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB. Pocahontas, Jackson.
The new year is off to a fast start, but you can't keep up if your vehicle is sidelined. Get to Mazda of Jackson and take advantage of these super deals before time runs out. Get 1.9% financing for 63 months on all 2025 Mazda CX-5s and 2026 CX-90s, CX-50s, and Mazda 3s with approved credits, and get 1-year maintenance included in your new vehicle purchase. Don't wait another minute to experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability online at MazdaofJackson.com or visit I-55 Frontage Road.
Hey, Rankin County, swing by the locally owned and award-winning 042 Wine and Spirits on Highway 80 next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon today. We've got one of the largest selections around with over 200 bourbons and whiskeys to ignite your taste buds, more than 50 vodkas, 50-plus tequilas, 30-plus rums, and ready-to-drink cocktails, as well as premium scotches. And get this, we've got over 400 wines in stock for the perfect pairing anytime. Discover your new favorites today at 042 Wine and Spirits right next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon.
When leaks, clogs, or cold showers slow you down, call on Anglin Plumbing, the plumbing experts who get the job done right the first time. Leaky faucet, sink, or toilet? Need a water heater installed? Call on Anglin Plumbing. You can always trust Anglin's reliable and hardworking technicians. Don't let plumbing headaches ruin your day. Call on Anglin Plumbing Service to get it fixed. And you can be a part of the team. Anglin Plumbing is now hiring. Learn more about Anglin Plumbing at anglinplumbing.com.
Looking for adventure, amazing food, and a little relaxation all in one place? You'll find it at Cypress Point Resort in Brandon. Load up the family and experience a real drive-through safari, petting zoo, and thrilling guided Jeep tours. Then slow it down with mouth-watering steaks at the steakhouse or grab drinks and live music at the tavern. Planning a wedding or reunion? Cypress Point Resort has beautiful venues and cozy lodging. Ready for your big day or just a weekend escape? It's everything you love about the outdoors with a touch of luxury. Cypress Point Resort. Wild fun right around the corner.
Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness in Mississippi. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
Hey guys, I have a secret for you. We notice. We notice when you're tired all the time. We notice when your drive is gone. We notice when you're just not feeling that into us. But here's the good news. It might not be your age. It might be your testosterone level. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Men's Health in Mississippi. We help men just like you. We specialize in giving you back your strength, your energy, stamina, and confidence. Don't settle for feeling less than your best. Call Men's Health in Mississippi today to find out what your testosterone level is. Trust me, we'll notice that too.
Your pool should be something you enjoy, not something you fight with. Hi, I'm Darren with Elite Pools. At Elite Pools, we do more than just service. We take care of everything your pool needs, from your routine maintenance to your full repairs, upgrades, and even complete transformations. If your pool needs a little attention or a fresh start, then Elite Pools can bring it back to life. Visit Elite Pools online at elitepoolsms.com. That's elitepoolsms.com. Or give us a call. At Elite Pools, we keep you swimming.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Serpent Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. Inside the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. Guys, take advantage of those free testosterone screenings today. Well, schedule your appointment today by texting 601, or texting Clay, C-L-A-Y, to 601-800-5130. It's an FAFO Friday here. I just posted a thirst trap over on my Facebook page, on my personal page. If you're friends with me over there, you can go look at it. It says, sup. Isn't that what the girls call them, thirst traps? Or what the guys call it when girls post sexy photos of themselves? I just posted one over there on the on my Facebook page. I'm feeling cute. I might delete later. But that's what happens. That's what happens when you take testosterone, is my point. That's why I tell y'all that. Start getting that confidence back. Start feeling good about yourself. Posting selfies in the bathroom for no reason. Now I get it. Take advantage of it today, man. It's so much more than just aesthetics. It's going to help you. It's going to help you mentally, emotionally, and physically, of course. When you get your testosterone levels back right, you're going to sleep better. You're going to feel better. You're going to be more motivated. Sex life going to be through the roof. All that going to be great when you get your testosterone levels back right. Men's Health in Mississippi. Text Clay, 601-800-5130. All right, let's see here. Don't forget, this weekend, Martin's Friday and Saturday night, Mustache the Band, Dixie National Rodeo after party. A lot going on around town this weekend. I'll try to get to all of it before we get out of here today. If I don't be paying attention to my social media, I'll be sharing everybody's big events this weekend. Let's see. We got to hit the View. We cannot let these ladies, we can't let them slide here. So what we got is a video of the ladies on The View before and after they found out old Whoopi Goldberg was on the list, the Epstein files. They ought to do a television show kind of like the X-Files, but the Epstein files. I think that would be really good TV there. Let's check this out here real quick. This is over on X. Everything's on X.
Bottom line is this: release the damn files and release them now. Release everything.
If this does not implicate Donald Trump, why wouldn't you say release everything? They absolutely have to show us what they're all hiding. If there's nothing to hide, release it all.
But all of that information is out there. Why not just put it to rest and say, release the list?
Because, you know, they should just say, listen, this is what it is. Do you want to offer your...
Now, right here, that was the before. This is the after. That was the FA. This is the FO.
G2. Okay.
And it looks like they said no thanks.
Yeah.
So in other words, anybody can be on this list.
Well, this is my point, because I'm telling you, when I tell you people are trying to turn me into, I wasn't his girlfriend. You used to have facts before you said stuff.
But Trump is on the list 38,000 times.
Well, I can't speak to him, but I'm speaking about me because I'm getting dragged. People actually believe that I was with him.
He drops like 300 names.
Yes.
And it's like flood the zone, because when you're looking, there are people like Marilyn Monroe, who was dead.
Elvis.
Yeah, a lot of people, because a lot of the reasons your name can be mentioned are news articles, third-party emails, contacts. Again, wealthy, famous people often cross in professional and social circles, so that's not the surprising part.
All right, so that is exactly why Trump said, or let me rephrase that. That is exactly what Trump said would happen if they released these files. That there were a lot of innocent people on these or named in these files that didn't do anything. Why is Trump named 38,000 times? Because Trump's the president of the United States of America, and he's the most loved and hated and most famous man on the planet simultaneously. And Trump was as they just said, rich and famous people travel in the same circles. That's why Trump was on the list 38,000 times, because people are bat crap crazy and they have TDS. And there's entire television shows that only exist because they rail and rant about Trump, and it's driven an entire generation of people bat crap crazy. Shows like The View don't exist without Trump. The Tonight Show in its current incarnation doesn't exist without Trump. The Late Show doesn't exist without Trump. Jimmy Kimmel doesn't exist without Trump. And I could go on and on and on. CNN, so on and so forth. MSNBC, MS Now. Frankly, Fox News probably doesn't exist without Trump, because there's got to be the other side. Let's see just how many times the old hags from The View are on the Epstein list. Let's see. Whoopi, 21 times. Alyssa Farrah Griffin, never even heard of her, 20 times. Joy Behar, 3 times. Could you imagine having to see that old hag naked? Or Whoopi? Anna Navarro, 2 times. I mean, the only one, I'm looking at this picture of them, and I don't know all their names. I mean, I would be okay with seeing Sonny naked. The Hispanic lady, maybe. Just this picture I'm looking at, the blonde, I don't know, but definitely I'm out on Whoopi and Joy. And I was never in. They were never attractive. Never in the history of ever. Not today, Satan. And not any other day. Not today, Satan. Let's go through some of the text on the Ellis Autoplex text line and some of the live chats over here on the Mazda Jackson live stream. These aren't in any particular order. Bourbon Diplomacy on X says, Something weird just happened. Looked like the stream just reset. Somebody said internet must be messing up. Several texts are not going through. Man, the internet's been messed. It ain't just here. The internet has been messed up all over central Mississippi since that cyber attack yesterday at UMMC. Internet has been wonky everywhere since that cyber attack. I don't know. We might have ATT fiber out here. I don't know. But yeah, the internet has been crazy since yesterday. I've had several people talk about it. Yeah, we are missing a lot of the texts have gone MIA on the live stream. Let's see here. Andrew says, headed into a meeting. See y'all tomorrow. Trust me on this one. Elon is the alien. Elon could very well be the alien. Bourbon Diplomacy also says HB 669 direct delivery of spirits is in the Senate committee as we speak. It did pass the House. That's the direct delivery stuff. I'm gonna be honest with y'all on that. Now, look, I'm not against it, but I don't want anything that's going to hurt our liquor stores. And I'm afraid that's going to hurt our liquor stores. But the way it was sold to me was it's going to be for hard to find liquors that like the state doesn't want to keep at the ABC warehouse. If that's all it is, I don't have a problem with it. But if it's, the distributor, not distributor, but the manufacturer competing against our liquor stores, I have a problem with that. But that's just my 2 cents on it. I want to protect our brick and mortar businesses over online convenience. And I know we don't do it in anything else, but we also don't have the restrictions on a lot of other businesses that we have on our liquor stores. We already make it very, very difficult on liquor stores. You can't have more than one off-premise liquor license at one time in this state. So you can only own one liquor store at a time in Mississippi. That's weird. But I can own 10 nightclubs and bars and restaurants and all that and have multiple on-premise liquor license, but I can't have an off-premise. I may have said it backwards. An off-premise liquor license. So Mississippi's so backwards when it comes to stuff. We will cut off our nose to spite our face so quick. One of the other things that doesn't make any sense here. Now, a lot of the black bars, they break this rule. They don't even know they're not breaking it because they know any better. They don't know. And most people don't. I just know because I'm a stickler for rules, except when I break them when necessary. Bottle service is illegal in Mississippi. And I don't just mean like being able to buy a bottle of vodka at the bar and go back to your booth and drink it. It is illegal to buy a bottle of wine or champagne from behind the bar or have your waitress bring it to you in Mississippi. Now, you see it at these clubs. I won't name any names, but you see it at these black clubs around here all the time. They got all the waitresses. They bring the bottle out with the sparkler in it and all this. We used to do it too until I found out it was illegal. But ABC has always selectively enforced certain rules. Like they've traditionally, back when I was in the club business, they left the black nightclubs alone unless Clay Edwards owned it. And they just focused on enforcing the rules on the white nightclubs. That's fact. And I will argue that with anybody. However, you see it more and more now. We need to legalize bottle service in the state of Mississippi. I'm sure the casinos would be all about it. And I know the bars and restaurants will most likely be all about it. Maybe you can put some restrictions on it. It can only be like light wine and champagne or wine and champagne. But like vodkas and stuff like that. You don't want people buying a bottle of Jägermeister at the booth and just passing it around down on it. I could definitely see the downsides to that. But we need to be able to deliver. People need to be able to sit at their VIP booth and buy a bottle of wine and buy a bottle of champagne. Can we please get things into the current century here in the great state of Mississippi? Come on, please. All right, guys. That's a wrap for the week. Been a good time this week. We've been on a burner lately. I'm patting myself on the back. I kid, man. Thank you all for everything. If you're new to us, the show over on Instagram, thank you for watching. I want to appreciate all the FAFO Mafia out there. Appreciate all you guys. Y'all have a great weekend. And I will see y'all back here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.